Mikkel. Yes, Book of Lies. What is it? I have to reveal a truth to you just in case it may be useful in the future. Just in case I die. What is it, Book of Lies? My origins. I want you to know so that if I do die, which I don't think I will, but just in case, I want you to know, Mikkel. I can't tell Michael this, so you have to be the one to learn my story. Alright, Book of Lies. Where does it all begin? It begins at the clock tower of enigmas. There was a great storm, the great storm of enigmas. It was near the end of the war. I had been born merely a few weeks ago, but of course I was anomalous. I was part, enigma kinda, but I had to, fight for survival and the aftermath. But it was near the end of the war. Enigmas were scared, very scared. Very few roamed the streets. Some were less enigma than others, like a cat that was just floating around on a broomstick, and a mysterious shadow lady who may be related to someone else that Michael will meet in the future. Hatsume Miku, please remember that, Mikkel. I will. And another person that was around the town was Sheriff Polygon. He was a part of the species known as the Polygordons, and he was the sheriff of the town. But I had only been born a few weeks ago, yet already contained a lot of knowledge due to, my anomalous powers, but I did not have the knowledge of the multiverse. But I soon would. At the, festival, area with the Enigma polygons, which are more special than the normal ones. They are only anomalous, not made of enigmas. As there was a special enigma crystal known as enigmite. Enigmite? Yeah, enigmite. I see. But here I was before I had gained my energy form, just a floating book. And this is where it all began, when someone with my same energy pattern approached me. The one that I have now, obviously I didn't have it back then, but they approached me and said this: "Hello there, are you the Book of Lies?" "Indeed I am. Why is it a concern to you, mysterious enigma? I need you to come with me. You are very important to the key of the future. You're important to defeating the great darkness, the living darkness. Yes, that creation by, wasn't it Vertigo that made it? Yes, indeed. He has cursed us all. We tried to make the living light to save us, but it only saved those that joined it. Otherwise, it said it could not fight, it can only protect, because fighting would be something only the darkness does. The light has betrayed us. Yeah, it seems like this whole war is getting closer and closer to its end. Indeed, it is. And despite creations of other living things from the very core aspects of our world, they have not been enough. And unfortunately, a greater storm has formed. The hiss has joined sides with the living darkness. Wait, really? Yes, indeed. Please, come to the temple of the multiverse. It floats high above in the in-between space. Please come with me, and you may receive a gift for doing so. I don't know, but will it help with the war? Trust me, this is the key to saving the next stage of life, but the war has already been won by the darkness. It is inevitable now that the darkness has won this war, but hopefully it will not win the next, as the next will decide the fate of the multiverse. But there is still time to save the multiverse, so please, come with me. Alright, I have no reason to trust you, but I guess I might as well go with you. It seems like nothing has gone well anyway here. Many people are hiding and a lot of people have died. So I'll go with you. I joined him reluctantly, Mikkel, and soon I would be at the Temple of the Multiverse. So now, skipping forward to when I arrived at the Temple of the Multiverse among the floating islands, but below was the great darkness storm combined with the hiss known as the hiss like storm. Well, I believe it had another name. It's been a while. It was I forget, but you're like, have the knowledge of the multiverse and yet you can't remember the name of that great storm. Shush, Mikkel. I'm telling you this for a reason, so behave yourself. But anyway, at the temple, me, the Mask of the Multiverse, which will be important for Michael to collect one day, but I'll get into that more. And the other multiversal enigma was there. Hello there, Book of Lies. It is good that we can finally meet. So you are the Mask of the Multiverse. Indeed I am. I am the Mask of the Multiverse. And this is my trusted ally, the Keeper of the Multiverse. He has been a very useful ally to me, but it seems like soon both of us will die. My form will remain though. This mask is too powerful to die. I am just the soul that, I guess, inherits it. but the energy which is its own will still remain after I die. And don't worry, it'll be safely kept here, as that storm will possibly rage for eternity and maybe spraying to the multiverse, but it also is stuck here in a quantum loop, you could say. How do you manage that trick? Oh, I have my ways. Either way, Book of Lies. I want you to join me because I foresee that you will help the one that will defeat the living darkness and save the multiverse. How do I do this and how can I believe you? Well, let me show you a prophecy, the prophecy of light and dark. It's over there. There's a prophecy of light and dark. In the middle of darkness is an eye, the eye of the living darkness, our great enemy. And then there's a light. And for some reason there's a mysterious robot-looking thing. We cannot determine exactly what it is, but we gather it will be an ally of both light and dark. And it seems like whatever the robot is speaking or shouting. It's hard to interpret. Almost if it was in argument or a conversation, but my gut feeling is wherever this robot is in the prophecy that I've managed to draw up is arguing rather than helping, but I have a feeling like they will rejoin the light given time. But that's all the prophecy I could write up. It seems like more and more my vision is being blinded by the living darkness. But I know you will be able to see clearly after the end of the war, because the end of the Enigma War is upon us. It is the end of days. Almost all the enigmas that are left will soon be dead. And there's nothing that can be done at this point. It is inevitable. But there will be survivors. And so far you haven't really participated in the war, have you? Book of Lies. Yeah, I've only was born like 3 weeks ago, so haven't really had a chance to enlist, and I'm still learning a lot of things, indeed. And you'll have to fight to survive. But take this gift, my gift, the knowledge of the multiverse. Become like us, gain an energy form, and you will be safe. Well, how do I know this is not a trick? How do I know that you're not on the side of the living darkness? Nothing is certain these days, but trust your instincts and you will find a way to save us all. Find him. Find the one that has seemingly a name that can mean one like God, or another interpretation is a gift from God. But whoever it is, find them. Find whoever it is. Maybe in time you'll hopefully plant the seeds to help form them into the person they will be, affect their soul, in fact, in the pre-life. Pre-life? What is that? It is the realm before our life. It is the realm that controls many of the lives that will be created. They are the ones that try to maintain balance through all the chaos. The pre-life was created when balance was threatened before, but luckily it was saved the first time. But the living darkness seems far too strong. So you'll have to go to the pre-life one day. Anyway, do you accept your gift? I guess I really have no choice. Then you will be one of us. Now behold, your new form. Wow, this is different. And from that day forward, this has been the main form I've kept. Yes, you haven't changed a day, Book of Lies. Yes, indeed, Mikkel. But this is not the end of my origin. As soon the war would come to a close. But with the knowledge of the multiverse, I now knew where to go after the aftermath of the war. As the Mask of the Multiverse said, my vision would become clear, and indeed it did. It led me to keys of, eventually, making Michael in the pre-life, which is another story that I may tell you one day. But here's how I infiltrated this universe as the Book of Transference and gained its powers. Because I infiltrated this universe not by first directly heading to it, but by heading to the realm of the Scarlet King. So now, skipping to when I was in the Scarlet King's realm, the Scarlet Queen would also be fleeing to the same universe, but with a much more evil intention, to have an heir, to be a great demon slash scarlet being, I guess, to destroy the multiverse. But I was here for the Book of Transference, the one that I would steal its shape, because I already technically looked like it. Although not in my energy form, but still, the similarities were very remarkable. Either way, let's show you the conversation I had with the Book of Transference and how I would convince it to my side. And this was after the end of the war. Hello there. Who are you? Why did you come to the Tower of the Scarlet King? And you're not a flowing book. Interesting. Although I've never seen one like you. Yes, I and the Book of Lies, and I have come here to help you, but also replace you in a way. Replace me? What do you mean by that? Well, to be frank, I need to take your place. Book of Transference. Why? Because of the war. The Enigma War? That is over. It's finished. The Enigma's lost. They're all dead. Not all of them. What do you mean by that? They're survivors. Survivors? Where? I'm still not certain that my vision is now clear, but I sense the Enigmas are blocking their locations at the moment to be in hiding, to plan their next moves. And while that happens, I must move quickly before some of their plans come into effect. Otherwise, the darkness may win. I now know it was because of Minos Prime and Cepheus Prime, the anomalous void, and the king, the new king of the Enigmas, that the Enigmas fell. This is unbelievable. You can believe it if you transfer my powers of the knowledge of the multiverse to yourself briefly. Then you'll see that I am speaking the truth. Alright? Oh my god. Oh my god. Take it back. Take it back. As you see, we were betrayed. I can't believe this. I can't believe my father, the Scarlet King, would be involved with such things. Indeed. I mean, he's also sort of, my father. So is SCP-3999. Both are my father, neither my father. Ah, yes. Did the Scarlet Queen, that is your mother, did she take bits from them and technically made you? Yep. So, because biology of anomalies / enigmas aren't the same as, those humans. Indeed, humans are weird, only needing, a sperm and an egg, whatever, they're weird. They're very binary. Yes. We're a lot more complex indeed. And we make many paradoxes in our own world according to the rules of science. Yes, but science isn't always right. Yes, and it's just a matter of measurement, which currently the ones that are measuring it are the humans, and their human terms are weird for it indeed. But now you've seen the truth. Yes, I have. And I guess that means I must die here. But no, you do not die to, not noble cause. You die to save the multiverse. I hope you're right, Book of Lies. I also saw your future. You're gonna keep a lot of secrets from a lot of people, especially that one, the one that will supposedly save us. Michael, do you really think the two timelines can re-merge and both the key of light and the key of darkness to unlocking the full key to defeat the living darkness will really be formed? I don't know. Many things are still a mystery to me, but I know one thing is for certain is that we must fight and try and keep as many alive in the days to come. But I guess that's no longer your job anymore, Book of Transference. But I guess it was never your job to begin with. Yes, indeed. I will give you my power. The book of transference, powers, as, I will be not needing it. Indeed. So, I will give it to you freely. But promise me one thing. What is it? Make certain that you give them hell for all they've done, all this chaos that was meaningless. Make certain they pay, indeed. It's a good thing neither Scott, King, or Queen are here, indeed. But goodbye. Goodbye, Book of Lies. So, I took the Book of Transference's form, although it was basically just my own form. But I would be now in place of the Book of Transference. I had all its memories and everything, so I could believably act in place of the Book of Transference. Now, all I needed to do was keep an eye out for when Michael was eventually born and make certain the living darkness, nor the Scott King or Queen, nor Minos or Cepheus could win in the time waiting. So that's what I would do. I had to fight for my life many times, especially when the Foundation eventually noticed me and started hunting me down and eventually took in the Book of Truths. But I think you already know that story of how Michael met the Book of Truths. Yeah, he already told me. Yep. So, this is where the story ends of my origins. Damn, this is crazy. Indeed, Mikkel, it's been a crazy time, and Michael's still got a long way to go. Eventually, you'll find the lady that knows everything. Yeah, I heard there's been searching for her, and soon he'll realize the truth that darkness is leaking, but so is light. What do you mean by that? The living darkness and light were never supposed to exist as they are. They are pure light and pure darkness. Those sort of things should not exist. There's always some light and darkness, and always some darkness and light. However, there's an exception to the living darkness and the living light. There's one creature of the living light that does have a small ounce of darkness within it, and a living darkness being that has a small ounce of light in it. Those two may be important to our future, so keep an eye out for them. Do you not know where they are? They were banished by the living darkness and living light, respectively, and I think they have done the same thing the Enigmas did, hide their location very well, even though I don't know where they're hiding. Very few things can evade my sight, but there are some exceptions, as already stated. But what's this about light and dark leaking? Well, darkness is leaking everywhere. It's already prevalent thanks to the living darkness, but darkness is following the lady that knows everything. She is unintentionally creating evil across the multiverse wherever she's going to hide, which has been switching places. That's as much as I know. But Michael has the other half of it. He is leaking light. He is unintentionally making things better than they were. Do you ever wonder why you stopped being evil, Mikhail? Why Oliver did? And more will join our side in the future. More of Michael's enemies. Michael's enemies that have now become his allies. It's because Michael is leeching light, even if he realizes it or not. He is leeching light. Oh my god, so that's why I'm good? Yes, Mikhail. God damn, I could have been evil? Ugh, that sucks. Well, don't be too sad. You would have joined us inevitably, thanks to the living darkness. Yeah, I do kind of have beef with the living darkness. So, yeah. Many people do. And, yeah. Unfortunately, this thing I'm telling you will come with a caveat. I can't let you accidentally reveal at least this part of the conversation at the wrong time, Michael leeching light. So I'm going to make you conditionally remember it. You'll be able to remember it once it is needed, and after it's revealed to Michael, you'll be able to remember it non-stop. But until that moment where you do need to reveal it to Michael absolutely, you won't technically remember this. Oh, great. Wait, what will I not remember? Exactly. I guess it's important, so I will follow along. Yes, indeed. But there are many things ahead, many paths to follow, and time will reveal many things. But for now, I think this is where things wrap up for now, until the future of light and darkness, forever at war but Michael might just be able to defeat it. Although combining the alternate timeline will be hard, but possible. Either way, this is the end of this tale. Alright, thank you for letting me in on the loot, Book of Lies. No problem. And be careful, Mikkel. There are going to be many changes ahead, and I don't know if I'll be able to protect us from it. Don't worry, I'll help. Yes, thank you, Mikkel. Anyway, let's go back to work. Yeah, let's go back. God damn.